Alright guys, welcome back. This is segment number 4 of this video series. This is a 25-cent no limit hold'em tournament. And if you guys haven't watched the first 3 segments of this video, you guys can check out my channel on YouTube. I am the River Suckout. My name is Bruce. And we're doing quite well here. We actually have 26,000. We're in 3rd place out of 85 remaining. So I also wanted to mention, like I was just talking about stealing blinds in my last video, that I'll try and get more aggressive trying to take these blinds. Here I had Jack 7. I wouldn't have raised here, and I didn't raise because these guys have big stacks and they have better position than me. So I have a weak hand like Jack 7. If I wanted to raise it up and these guys felt like I was trying to steal the blinds, they just put in a raise and I have to fold. So you also still have to be patient with your hands, to steal the blinds. But stealing the blinds is a very big part of this game. You will not win a tournament unless you're aggressive after these blinds, because they do add up. 1,000 chips, it's actually 1050 added to your stack every time you steal a blind. Just somebody like this guy here who has 3,800, that's a pretty big portion of his stack. So to me, it doesn't help me too much, but 1,000 chips is 1,000 chips. So you always want to try and take the blinds when you can. And I also wanted to say that I have 26,000 in chips, so this tournament could last a while, and I'm not sure how many segments of this video that I'm going to make. It just all goes with the tournament. If I go out next hand, I could go out next hand. It could be the end of the video. So we'll just have to see what happens. And I'm glad I'm doing well, because that's the whole whole idea here, is to show you guys. I'd like to win this tournament so I can show you some final table play and some bigger stacks. I'm gonna fold my king 3, and I just pulled the lobby up again real quick. I wanted to show you guys that 30 places get paid in this tournament. So it's not a whole lot of money. It's $1.05 for 30th place, but if you bought into this tournament for only 25 cents and you're in for the minimum, you pick up 75 cents or so. But all the way up to first place would be 30 bucks. So if you're in for 25 cents, you do pretty good money. But I'm in for $1.10, so I'd make $29, but still not that bad. Okay, the blinds just went up again to 300 and 600. So now there's more money in the blinds, and the blinds are just that much more valuable. 900, there's 1,400 out there in the pot. Every time. That's just out there up for grabs. So this guy's coming in for an 1,800 raise, which is going to be the standard raise, 3 times the big blind. And this guy only has 2,700 left, so he's going to have to make a decision pretty soon. And this is what I'm going to be doing right here. This 1,800 raise, that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to start when I get an opportunity to take blinds. Like if I was in good position with this hand, I would probably come in for a raise. But you always want to look at the amount of the money the guy in the big blind has, because he's likely to go all in. So we got a guy that's just all in. I also wanted to mention that we're down to 75 players. And like I said, 30 places get paid. So when we get down to around 40, maybe even 50 players, the people start tightening up. They want to make the money. They want to have that cash. So they'll start tightening up their play, and that's when I'll start making my plays. I'll start raising a little more often there, trying to take the blinds down in that spot, because I do have quite a big chip stack, and they wouldn't want to get involved. So, okay, so just a couple hands later, pick up king, queen. Now we're in the big blind by ourselves, because the small blind just got knocked out in the last hand. So it's just me and this guy. I could raise here, but I have bad position. So it's just me and him. I'm just going to check it. Maybe I'll get something. I got a gut shot, which means I can get a jack for a straight, and I also have 2 overs. I'm going to take a little stab. I'm going to see what he wants to do, because I do have the 2 overs and the gut shot, and there's a likely, it's very likely that I have a 6 or 9, being I'm in the small blind or big blind, and he's probably limping in with a hand similar to mine. Probably has king, queen, or maybe even ace. So that's not good. We didn't hit anything. We're just going to check it, and if we lose, we lose. I could stab again, but yep, I made the right play. I mean, I bet he just made a call with ace high. I guess he had a read. It was a pretty good read. So I pick up pocket 10s. I mean, I didn't lose a whole lot of money in that last hand, so I'm not upset about that. Okay, so we're in the small blind with pocket 10s, and he's made it 1,200. That's just a min raise. I'm gonna make a little pressure play here. He's made a small raise. I'm gonna make it 3,000 because he's got a big stack. He's got a big stack. I want to see what this guy wants to do. And I'm first to act on the flop. That is not a good flop. But if I had an ace, I would check. So I can check here. And he's just all in. That just didn't work out well. Not at all. So I have to fold. Just lost 3,000. Might have been a bad play in looking at it like that, but my plan was to bet on the flop, and most likely I'm gonna have a good flop with pocket tens. All below 10 would be good, and I could lead out and he would just fold. But that's just a really bad flop. Fold. Okay, this is another one of those spots that I might come in for a raise in an attempt to steal the blinds. I have a suited connector. I have good position. I don't like the fact that these guys in the blinds have good stacks, because that means they're more likely to stay in the pot, but I'm prepared to continuation bet. Okay, so I will do that, just that. I'm not going to make it 1,800. I'm going to make it 1,500. I'm going to type that in. It's not quite 3 times a big blind, but it saves me a little bit of money, and we'll see what happens. Very good, very lucky flop. I mean, I'm just trying to steal the blinds in that situation, and it worked out in my favor. So what I'm going to do is bet really small, just so they stay in. I want them to stay in, and I'm keeping them interested by a 1,200 bet. So the pot is now bigger next hand, or the next turn. So now it's kind of frightening to me that he's on a flush draw. So now I'll increase the pressure, get a little more money in there. We'll go 3,200. He's got a big stack too, so this could turn into a big hand. But nope, he folds, and my blind steal turns into a decent little profit. And I will not steal the blinds with a hand like this, because I don't have any possibilities. No straight, no flush possible, and we got a raise, so fold. Okay, and we are back from the break. It's important to note that the blinds are going to go up in 2 minutes. They're going to be 400 and 800 with a 75 ante. So they're going up quite quickly, and they're getting more and more valuable. So stealing those blinds plays an important part in this game. And if you watch some of the bigger pros that play online, that's what they do. They go after the blinds, 2 and 3 times a round. They go after them quite a bit. You have to get more and more aggressive. So in this spot, I could go after a raise, or I could go after the blinds, but I think I'm just going to wait for a little better spot. Yeah, I'll just go ahead and fold. This guy's taking forever, so. Okay, pocket 5 is the very next hand, and the blinds did go up that hand, so now it's 800 to call. I'm not going to go in for a raise in this spot because I'm in early position. Luckily, I did get the best position because they all folded, but I really like to see a 5. But in this position, I can pretty much represent any hand because I did limp in. To me, he's got a weak ace. He's got like an ace-4. I could probably go for a raise and try to steal it from him, but I'm just going to wait for a better spot. Patience, still key. I really think he's got a weak ace. Leading out in that spot. Okay, now I have another chance to play the Queen 10 suited that I had earlier. I like to have played, but again, I'm in early position. I don't want to play this for a whole lot of money, but I will limp in with some possibilities. Hopefully it doesn't get raised. I like all this action, though, because, again, if we hit our hand, we're going to hit something good. A straight or a flush. If this guy plays, he'll probably just go all in. And I didn't. This guy might go all in, too. But all right, so we missed. We didn't really hit anything. Now, there is 5,000 out there in the pot, so this is a valuable pot. I was going to do pretty much what he did if it got checked to me. I was going to take a stab at it because there was quite a bit of money out there in the pot that it is worth stabbing at. So, and I keep getting all my decent hands from early position. So, again, this guy limps in. I could raise here, and I will. I'm just going to min raise it because I don't want a whole lot of action, but I do like my hand. I would like a little more money into the pot. So, considering when we've missed the past 2 hands, maybe we'll hit this one. Be really nice to get a 9 and get this guy to go all in with me. And I missed again, but I was the razor pre-flop, and now there's more money out there in the flop than there was last hand. So I'm going to do a bet. This is a risky bet, but it's a good amount of money in pot, and he went all in, so that kind of shuts me up. That sucks. But again, I'm not short stacked, so I can lay it down and not worry about it. He's going to take it down. He's probably got a king. Unfortunate. Folding ace 3. Okay, another good hand on the big blind. I have pocket tens. And like I said, in that hand when I had pocket... Oh, wow. He just goes all in for 34,000. He's got a huge stack. Huge stack. And I have a big hand. This is a hand where you really have to make a decision. You really have to say, do I want to play to win this tournament? Or do I want to... you know, I just don't understand this play. I don't understand it. It's either ace-king or aces. And, man, I've missed so many hands in a row. It would almost... Man, I don't know what to do. I really don't. It's a big decision. He's not going to call. This guy behind, I'm almost sure. So I'm not going to see what he has if I don't call. And I still have plenty of chips. Let's see what the average chip stack is before I... 13,000 is the average chip stack. So I have 18,000. If I fold this hand, I'll still be well above average and still have plenty of hands to choose from, which is what I'm going to do. It's a big fold, but maybe he'll show because he did show the last time. And like I said, ace-king, I said ace-king or aces. And, you know, it's just do I want to gamble for all of my chips in that situation? And that's what it is. It's a gamble. So 8 deuce, I'm just going to fold out. And that last hand really made me kind of a little angry at this guy. Like, he's a bad player, so I'm going to put a note on him. I'm just going to put easy money. I mean, that's fair enough. It's not necessarily easy money, but that is a bad play because you have 36,000 in chips. Why not just make a little raise and see if you can't get something? And here I had the button. I have 7-8 suited. I have implied odds that this guy will call, and then I got these blind. What the? This guy's just an idiot. Just an idiot. And I can't continue. But God, it pisses me off. Pardon my language, but he is pissing me off. So just play poker instead of just going all in. Play poker, idiot. You know, down here in the chat box, they're talking about him. They're saying, "Laugh my ass off," whatever. What the fuck's wrong with you? They're saying to this guy. You know, and I said the same thing. He's not playing poker. He's just throwing his chips around. But another thing that I'm not, noticing is that we're getting down to, 54 players. And like I said, people are going to start becoming more aggressive because, especially people with bigger chip stacks, they're going to become more aggressive because they know that people with smaller chip stacks are going to fold because they want to make the money. And I think I'm going to stick with what I said and not worry about that. I'm not going to let that get to me. I'm going to try and... Well, I'm not going to raise here. I could raise for these blinds, but I'm not going to raise into the guy who is, in my opinion, an idiot. So, okay, so I get to switch tables again. That's good and it's bad. It's bad because I don't know any of the players at this table. It is good because I am not at the same table as that guy that was going all in and making crazy plays. So, good and bad. It's also important to mention that I am new at the table as well, so nobody knows how I play. So, my raise is... they don't know how many times I've been raising. Now here I have an ace deuce. I have decent position. But the guy in the big blind only has 4,300. And like I said, we're getting closer and closer to the money. So I'm going to take a little stab at it. I'm going to go 2,100. I believe that I'll call his all in either way is the reason why I'm raising this pot. I have an ace. There's a good chance that it's the best hand, but I'm really just after the blinds. And guys, I have to end this video after this hand, so... Okay, so he does fold, and I take the pot. Guys, I'm going to end the video, and I will see you in segment number 4. And I appreciate your time. Thank you guys for watching.